I'm Shani Fortune, a foundation student at TSiBA Education. My journey at TSiBA started when a friend of my mom told her mom about TSiBA. I came to TSiBA, collected the form, filled it in, and to my amazement, they said that I have conditional acceptance. And I was ecstatic because, I couldn't believe it. It was like a dream come true.
My name is Martin Hall. I'm Deputy Vice-Chancellor here at the University of Cape Town. I've been involved in TSiBA since its earliest months, and my engagement with them has been through their academic board, which I chair, and really helping the team develop the curriculum and shape the concept of what TSiBA is as an organisation. I became interested in the concept of a specialised higher education institution offering a single qualification, focusing very particularly on learners who have aptitude, ability, drive, personality, but come from families that can't possibly afford conventional higher education.
I so much wanted to become an industrial psychologist. I always used to have journals that I wrote in. Made a book on my life of this is what I want to be, pasted pictures of UWC and those kinds of crazy things. But my mom was like, I can't afford it because she was a single parent of 4 children. And I was the first one who did my matric. I have 2 younger sisters and an elder brother. So mom was like, Sean, you have to go work and save that money to study. You don't have to work for me. So I'm like, okay. And then the opportunity came.
South Africa is one of the most unequal countries in the world. To access that young people have to a university education is severely constrained. If you add to that a national prevalence rate of 12% for HIV/AIDS, raising up to 30% in some of the townships around Cape Town, you're looking at young adults who are already family heads. Now, how does a person who has natural aptitude, who needs to be a learner in higher education, simultaneously act as a family head with 4 or 5 siblings and meet those obligations? We've got to develop financial aid packages that support those people, both for them, but also as a national investment, because they're people of value who will aid development in our country.
TSiBA is our students. So when visitors come, they come to meet our students. And we hope that when people walk into TSiBA, not only do they feel the energy and the hope, they look in the eyes of our students and they go, oh, if this is the future of South Africa, we're okay. In fact, we're going to fly.
I grew up in a poor family and we were children of 5 and my parents couldn't afford. They only make money for us to buy food and clothes, nothing else.
So growing up with their grandparents not being educated and they were just working hard, they want to give you food and that's all they can afford, buying you clothes, just basic.
All the money we made was just for feeding, going to our stomachs.
I know I wanted to study because I want to be a better person and to make the community and everyone else that is involved in my life make their lives better. And I had a drive and I told my mom I really want to study. And they told me, we would love to give you that, but there's no money.
So TSiBA is indeed a free university, and our students or prospective students hear about that and they go, what's the catch? And we explain that we raise money from corporate sponsors and foundations so that they don't need to pay us back, but rather they need to pay it forward.
On top of that, not just to create access, but to really try and grow South Africa's youth into truly richly grounded leaders. So not just business students, but business leaders and visionaries and entrepreneurs.
Igniting Ambitions Group is doing is really a great opportunity for us as South African young entrepreneurs because it gives us exposure to the rest of the business, to the rest of the world out there. And I think from now on, I'm going to say yeah to you guys.
Well, you're probably asking yourself, what is TSiBA all about? What do we learn at TSiBA? What do they teach us? Well, think of leadership, entrepreneurship, career development, self-development. Those are the crucial, very important elements that makes us business leaders of South Africa. And now as South African young business leaders to be precise, how do you then take that knowledge and apply it in the work environment? That has been our 2 months experience at Paré BV Internalo. The experience was amazing because it allowed us to understand the concept of marketing, to understand finance, to understand management, to understand, personal human resources, all those different issues that everyone learns at university and then they apply them in their internship. But as a TSiBA student, you were able to take all those functional, all those academic knowledge and mix them up with your leadership skills, your entrepreneurship abilities, and knowing yourself, your self-development, putting them together and being able to run and develop a great project, of which we were able to, Jasmine and myself. So the experience for me was a life-changing experience because it allowed me to use those skills. It allowed me to implement and understand the importance of being a true leader. What does that mean? It means running a project and successfully implementing that project. It means understanding the value of the company. It means understanding the value of yourself in that company. What value do you add? What value did I add? I was at Paré for 2 months. I conducted a marketing research for 2 months and possibly continuing that marketing research. I have learned the culture of Paré. I have taught Paré the culture of South African business. I have understood the vision, the mission, the values of the company to a point where I'll be able to go into a South African market and run the company. Those are the most important elements of which a South African business leader should use, should be aware of, and should run with when they're in an international country like Holland. As a TSiBA student, I know myself, I have leadership ambitions, I'm self-driven, I have entrepreneurship abilities, so therefore 2 months at Paré was a success as I was able to meet the academics and the added value elements of our TSiBA curriculum and run a successful project. I'm hoping after this 3 months of this project, Jasmine and myself will be able to run with Paré BV in South Africa and run a company. That's for me.